I understand that you recently had a COVID test.
It's the phone call that many are dreading.
Unfortunately, you've tested positive, so is that a bit of a surprise, Andrew?
Delivering this news is the responsibility of Canberra's contact tracing team.
And then we really start that detective work in terms of working out when their symptoms were, and then based from that, determining when they were potentially infectious and their in total movements once we work out that infectious period.
These disease detectives have been working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week to track down everyone who may have been exposed to the virus in the ACT. For every diagnosed case of coronavirus, the tracing team will, on average, track down 11 people regarded as close contacts. But every case is different, and some have had more than 80 contacts. At the height of the new infections, this team was calling more than 500 people a day.
It's a very time-consuming process and very resource-intensive, but it's one of the most important steps that we have in terms of controlling this disease.
There were no new cases of COVID-19 in the past 24 hours. That's the 6th day in a row. In more good news, there is no one in hospital being treated for coronavirus. The success so far is partly due to the work being done in this room.
I have a relatively small team to start with who do this routinely as part of their routine business as usual, but we very much had to upscale that team over the recent 4 weeks.
If the federal government has its way, data from a mobile phone app could soon help track the contacts of a coronavirus patient. But for now, that's being done through painstaking interviewing and memory probing.
So people have bank statements and they have time and date stamps on them of when they went to certain venues. And then you may need to be in contact with, if you're talking about a taxi company, you may need to be in contact with that company.
It can be really hard. We just sort of have to remember that, people can become quite upset.
The team then stays in touch daily with all the contacts for 2 weeks.
When we do release them from their isolation, a lot of people are sort of saying, I'm actually going to miss your calls.
Comforting contact in a time of anxiety and isolation. Peter Doherty, ABC News, Canberra.